It's the meat in those products. There's what's called causation and correlation. Causation meaning it caused an effect, and correlation meaning that, hey, that was just present during the effect. Example, if I said, hey, do not drink water, 100% of people that drink water will die. You'd think I'm nuts. Rightfully so, because obviously humans need water. Yeah, but what I said wasn't false. If you drink water, one day you'll die. Yeah, but Ray, we've been drinking water since the dawn of time. Exactly. In the same way that drinking water is a correlation of death and not the cause, so is eating red meat.
This comes up a lot. People will say correlation doesn't equal causation to dismiss the link between red meat and outcomes like cardiovascular disease. But a correlation can be due to a cause and effect relationship. In fact, we know that smoking causes lung cancer because there was a correlation. We studied that correlation further and found that that correlation persisted even after doing our best to remove the influence of other variables like alcohol, exercise, and so on. The same can be said about exercise and cardiovascular disease. There's a correlation between higher levels of exercise and a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, and if we follow people over time and remove the influence of other variables like alcohol, smoking, and family history, that relationship persists. But if we take his water example and apply it to something like exercise, yeah, everyone's going to die someday. But that doesn't mean exercise isn't beneficial. Studies will look at specific causes of death, and when they're looking at total risk of death, it's during a certain period of time. So that could look like, what's your risk of death over the next 10 or 15 years? And I think it's safe to say that's pretty important information for a lot of people. But I also want to be clear that just because there is a correlation, it doesn't mean that it's cause and effect. For example, ice cream sales are correlated with more sunburns, but that doesn't mean that ice cream is causing the sunburns. In this case, hot sunny weather is causing people to consume more ice cream, and the weather is causing them to sunburn more often. So those two correlations are cause and effect, but the correlation between ice cream and sunburns is not. So when someone dismisses research by saying correlation isn't causation, ask them why, because it just might be. And with red meat, there's pretty good reason to believe that it is.